Britannia posted its Q4FY21 numbers, and in terms of numbers, we got a mixed set of numbers coming in from Britannia. While revenue was in line, volumes also were as per what we were expecting. The PAT and the margins, that's the operating performance of the company, was below the ET now expectations. Now, obviously, let's talk about the numbers quickly. So, revenue came in at 9.2%. It grew by 9.2% on a year-on-year basis and came in at 3,130 crore rupees, while the profits declined by 3% and came in only at 360 crore rupees versus 372 crore rupees, which we saw on a year-on-year basis. EBITDA performance, operating performance, was slightly below the ET now expectations, but while you look at overall on a year-on-year basis, yes, we're seeing an 11% growth in terms of the EBITDA, and margins also have expanded, but not as much as what we were expecting. Margins have come in at 16.2% versus 15.8%, so a slight expansion in terms of margins of the company. Now, obviously, volume growth, like we've spoken about, it's an 8% volume growth that is coming in for the company. But when we're talking the margins, what has actually impacted the EBITDA margins of the company is the inflation that we did see coming in the raw material prices. While the wheat as well as sugar have not seen much of an increase coming in over there in terms of inflation in Q4 at least, but what is increased is edible oil prices have seen a sharp increase, milk prices have seen a sharp increase. So there is a sharp increase that they've seen in inflation, and even Varun Berry in the con call mentioned about inflation impacting the margins. So he did say that yes, they've seen a 3% raw material inflation, and they are going to have to mitigate this going forward as well, and they will look at the pricing strategy going forward of what to do in terms of that. Also, other than that, he highlighted that what has actually impacted the margins is also the normalization of what is coming in terms of sales and promotion expenses. So that also obviously is coming back to normalcy now, as things were moving towards normalcy in Jan and Feb. So that is something that we will be, has impacted the overall EBITDA margins of the company. Now, other than that, they are, the press release also highlights that they are evaluating long-term impact on commodity costs, and they will be taking the necessary actions that are required in terms of price hikes as well. Over and above that, in the con call, he did also highlight that they are seeing similar trends compared to last year, but now people are more prepared. The world is more prepared towards COVID, and even the producers are better prepared to actually manufacture stuff. Last time we had seen shutdown. This time we are not seeing all this shutdown. We are better aware, though yes, there is an impact, but there is some amount of out-of-home consumption and pantry loading that could be seen, that is seen this time as well, but not as much as we saw last time. And this current wave, this could last for maybe some more time, because given the current situation, we could see this pantry consumption, home consumption seeing an increase for the next couple of months as well, is what he's saying, given the current second wave. So all in all, a mixed set of numbers coming in from the company. Yes, they are seeing rural distribution which has come back, direct reach has also come back, and the company's focus states are also growing at 25% more than what they're seeing the rest of the country. So all in all, a mixed set of numbers coming in from Britannia in Q4FY21.